They came out with a new event yesterday, the Blistering Summit Challenge. Thought we'd spend a couple minutes talking about it. So it says the difficulty and rewards change to match your player level. For sure, I can say that the difficulty goes up. I've gone through this a few times. It's basically on par with your character level or your player level, and then you can complete it to get Lady Nimriel tokens, which you kind of naturally progress through in the game anyway. But it's a nice way to get some more of those and increase the start level ahead of time. And it says there are hidden secrets to be discovered. That part is still a little bit vague. So let's talk about what we found so far. The first and most obvious reward are the Lady Nimriel tokens, and there are actually 2 quests that give you her tokens as a reward. So one of them is for defeating her. She shows up randomly, somewhat like Julius did throughout the level. I haven't seen her on the boss level yet, but during the rest of the dungeon, she'll show up. Unlike the Julius event, with all reports so far, and this is the official from the developers themselves, you can't get credit for defeating her just by doing the quick loot. So you do have to actually go in the level if you want to get these tokens. And then there's another one for completing the dungeon itself. So you'll continue to get some both ways. If you can try to run through it manually, it does take a fair amount of time. It's kind of a slow process, and it takes 10 energy. Then you can continue to get her tokens. And then another benefit, if you go in, let's just go to the event real quick. The challenge dungeon here. We'll go to event. So the first time you 3-star it, you'll get gems, the same way you do with all other dungeons that I've come across so far. And so you can do that, and that's a good one to get out of the way. Like I said, you can quick loot it, and you'll continue to get credit for defeating the dungeon. Part of whether or not, and it takes 10 energy here, part of whether or not it's valuable for you depends on where you are in the game. For me, I've got Lady Nimriel, and I've got her to a 4-star and about halfway to a 5-star position. And even if she gets to 5-star, it's not going to significantly change where I use her. So it's nice. I'll probably continue to try to get some more. I've got, I think, about 24 more tokens in upcoming quests, in just my regular quests that come up to get her, from spending a certain amount of gold, from getting to the level 60, and for clearing out the next levels. So I've got quite a few of those that are coming really soon anyway, so I'll probably try to do some quick mental math and see where that's going to put me, especially maybe once I finish these next 2, the final 2 chapters on the campaign map, subtract those off and only farm up high enough to get her and make sure I can have her at the 5-star level. I'm never going to let go of an opportunity like that, but I don't use her a whole lot, maybe only in campaign and in special dungeons. Right now I'm not using her a whole lot for PvP. So that's most of what there is to talk about with that event. I looked on the forums, and I've gone through it about 5 or 6 times now, and there hasn't been anything particularly exciting on the hidden secret side. I have heard word that when you get a kind of a chest level within, that there's a chance that instead of Lupina, you can actually get Julius token, which is alright. Probably not going to set you over to the next star level or anything, so that's not a huge perk. And hopefully either something is malfunctioning with it right now and they'll fix it soon, or we'll find out more information about those hidden secrets. Certainly if you guys have any information, make sure to post it in the comments, and we can go from there and try to get that information out to more people. But I haven't seen anything particularly exciting. Even I've gotten the purple chests a couple times, I've gotten gold chests a couple times, and there really wasn't any big benefit. Gold was regular amount, no big plus. There weren't a number of Lady Nimriel tokens from it or anything else, so no big hidden secret there. That's about it for the dungeon. I did want to go over, I had a honor roll set that I went through recently and tried to record it, but due to technical difficulties lost the video. which was too bad, but I do have some results here. I was able to get Black Diamond to a 5-star level, and that has really been helpful. So this happened, I think, 2 days ago, and I was frustrated to lose the video for it, but it was really nice to get her to that level, and it's pushed my PvP team, the fast team, all that much further. Another thing I wanted to point out here, I think everyone knows, and we've talked about this a little bit, star level, when it increases stats, it increases your stats by a little, right around 10% from the previous level. So starting at the 1 star, then going to 2 star, it's about a 10%, sometimes just a little bit more than 10% bump. And then from that next one, it's 10% on those new numbers. So it's always about 10% above, which means cumulatively you're getting a lot more than the 40% going from 1 star to 5 star. You're actually getting quite a bit more, maybe something like 44 or 45%. So everyone, I think, is fairly clear that your attack, your defense, your skill, your health all go up. I wasn't sure before if your crit chance went up, so I checked it this last time with Black Diamond, and it does. So your star level does affect that crit chance, and you can see her crit chance is now up to 23%, which is just really, really high. I think as I finish leveling her up, she's got to go up to 61. That could go up to 24, even 25%, and that just means I'm getting a lot of crits when her Blade Storm goes off. And similarly, my Masuta is only at a 3-star level, but he is, about 2/3 of the way onto that 4-star level, and his stats show an 18% crit chance, but then he's also, when he's actually in a battle, going to have a further increase. Let's go over to her traits. Due to this Light Crusade, so he'll get an additional 15% increase on that crit as well. So collectively with the two of them, it puts their crit chance very high, and I've got a pretty good chance to take somebody out or have them near death after they both do their area effect attacks. So just wanted to talk about that for a minute. I did get IGOROK up to 4-star recently as well, and during that time, during that last Honor Rolls video I was making, I got a lot for Tharand. So he's up to 4-star, and I actually leveled him up for this recent event. Since it's primarily a fire dungeon, I needed to kind of fill out the team, and now that I'm getting a 50% increase on the experience due to the VIP level, so anyone that hasn't been following along, I'm up to VIP level 3 now, which gives you a 50% increase in the amount of experience you get from your experience potions here. And so it makes it a little easier to bring other characters up to your level. Here I stayed 1 level back. It takes so much experience to get them all the way up. But this has really helped out. He's got 2 area effect spells. Does more damage against armored characters. Unfortunately, this dungeon doesn't have a whole lot of that, but it's still nice to have him up there. I already had King Yorick fairly close, and I finished leveling Yasmin Bloom up within 1 level as well. So that'll be a nice group. I've been going through with that group and not having any trouble. It is a little bit slower than my other groups are usually at going through campaign maps and that sort of thing, but it's also a special dungeon, so it's taken a little bit of time as well. And I'm very close to getting her to 3-star. The nice thing overall with a lot of these characters, especially the ones that I've used more often, basically all of them are 3-star and above that I've spent any time with. A lot of them are at the 4-star mark. And the nice thing, just because I continue to do these hero rolls, and so the honor rolls, the heroic rolls, the great summons, it's continuing to build up the star levels. So even the ones that I'm not using very often, like Squinch is at 3-star, and a fair number of these are ready to go to the next star level, or very close. I just haven't actually been in using them to increase that. So we got Julius down here, starting to level him up a little bit. It's hard. The only thing that stops me from really leveling up some of these too quickly are those daily quests. So I want to make sure that I've always got heroes available that I can do the gain 5 levels and increase or level up skills 6 times. Those are 2 of the daily quests. I've already done them for today. and that really helps to give you a huge chunk of player experience to boost up your max level. So once I get up to that level 61, there's not going to be any more benefit to keeping some of my characters at lower levels, so I can just go ahead and finish that off. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I think I was able to get Archangel Emily up to 3-star level as well, and a couple other characters either leveled up to that final level or got very close. I've got Dagrund here as well, is getting very close to the 5-star level. So he's only got about 50 left here too. And even Pontifex, here's Pontifex. So again, continuing with those tournament rewards and going through here, I've only got about 9 left. So even if I don't get anything else from hero rolls, I'm going to continue to get those from the dungeon rating, and just a couple more times there, and he'll be up to the 5-star. One of the big things I'm looking forward to is putting him and Lord Zom in a team together, and then adding in 2 more undead characters. So here we've got buffs to the undead, we've got attack and defense, and then Lord Zom's got a significant health boost to the undead. So you'll have increased attack, increased defense, and a large health increase. I think that's going to be a 20% health increase from Lord Zom. So altogether making for a very tough team, especially on the attacking team. I'd probably try that. On the defending team, then it's easier to bring in someone like Masuta Kira with a boost against undead. However, when I went against a highly buffed undead team with Masuta Kira, he still didn't have enough to get through those enormous amounts of health with the defense buffs and everything. So it should be a good team, interesting, and we'll have the ability to level all those up very soon. I'm really looking forward to this level cap. Like I said, I've already gotten started bringing some more characters up to at least very close to the level that I'm currently at, which gives me some more options when doing dungeon raiding. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to everyone soon.